Good morning. In our previous session, we have discussed what are fuel cells, difference between fuel cells and battery. So, we have discussed various fuel cells. So, here we have methanol oxygen fuel cells. Right. So, methanol oxygen fuel cell is a example of fuel cell. So, let us discuss the construction of methanol oxygen fuel cell. So, it consists of anodic and cathodic compartment. Both the compartment contains platinum electrodes, that is anode and cathode both are made up of platinum. So methanol containing sulfuric acid, it acts as an electrolyte, is passed through anodic compartment. So oxygen is passed through the cathodic compartment and electrolyte is used as sulfuric acid. So methanol with sulfuric acid is an reactant which is passed through anode, whereas oxygen gas which acts as a cathodic reactant is passed towards cathode. So in between anode and cathode, you are going to fill the electrolyte, that is sulfuric acid. So a membrane is provided which prevents the diffusion of methanol into the acid. So in membrane in between anode and cathode is provided in order to prevent the diffusion of methanol into the acid. So this is the construction part. So when you are supplying methanol towards anode and supplying oxygen towards cathode, reaction occurs at anode and cathode chamber in the fuel cell, and carbon dioxide is left out and water has come out at the cathode chamber. So carbon dioxide is the product and water is also a product. So carbon dioxide will come out through the anodic chamber outlet and water also will come out through the cathodic chamber outlet. So let us see what are the reactions occurring and what are. So at anode, you know that what is anode used? Platinum and rubidium catalyst is deposited in nickel sheet. Cathode, platinum catalyst deposited in nickel sheet. So let us write as usual sulfuric acid. So at anode, methanol in presence of water undergoes oxidation to give you carbon dioxide and electrons. At cathode, oxygen undergoes reduction to give water. So the net reaction is methanol plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide and water. So since methanol and oxygen are reacting here, the products are carbon dioxide and water. So both carbon dioxide and water are not affecting they are not harmful and they are eco-friendly. Okay, so both methanol should be stored under high temperature or high pressure, and oxygen should be stored under high pressure. So supplying continuously the reactants to the reaction chamber, we can withdraw the power. Once you stop supplying either methanol or oxygen, the redox reactions will stop and we can no more withdraw any electric current. So let us see what are the advantages of the methanol oxygen fuel cell. So the methanol has low carbon content, the OH group is easily oxidizable, and methanol is highly soluble in water. So these are the advantages of methanol oxygen fuel cell. So let us see the uses of methanol oxygen fuel cell. So it is used in military applications, used in electric power source in space vehicles, and used in large scale power production. So these are the uses, but there are some limitations. What are the limitations? The fuel cells cannot be recharged. So these are the limitations of fuel cells we have already studied. It is applicable for all types of fuel cells. Okay. So the next type of fuel cell is solid oxide fuel cell. The construction part is as similar to methanol oxygen fuel cell, where it will have a anodic chamber, cathodic chamber, and both will be having a separate anode, separate cathode. Only thing here is the electrolyte will be made up of a solid. Solid oxide means it is here the electrolyte is made up of a solid. So at the top of the top of the solid oxide fuel cell, from the anodic left side, you are going to introduce a reactant towards the anode, and the right side we are going to introduce reactant towards the cathode. At the bottom, both you are going to see, at the bottom you are going to see the movement of gases, the reactant gases. Both are eco-friendly gases. Let us see what are the electrodes made up of, what is the electrolyte made up of, and what are the reactions which occur in solid oxide fuel cell. So anode is porous cermet made of nickel metal of yttria doped in zirconia, whereas cathode is strontium doped lanthanum magnesite. These are the electrodes of solid oxide fuel cell. What is electrolyte? So electrolyte is solid state of yttria doped in zirconia. So the solid yttria doped in zirconia will act as an electrolyte. So what are the reactants? The reactants are hydrogen and oxygen. That is active species. We are going to call it as active species. So the active species of solid oxide fuel cells are hydrogen and oxygen stored under high pressure. Okay, so going to inlet hydrogen at anodic chamber and oxygen at the cathodic chamber. So the reaction occurs and the products are water. It's only water. Water is not harmful. Electrons is obtained used for electricity. So next, what are the advantages and limitations? So it is able to use natural gas as fuel with minimal or pre-processing. So uses hard ceramic material as electrolyte. Operating temperature is 980 degrees Celsius to 180 degree 1800 Fahrenheit, and good quality waste heat. Potentially very low manufacturing cost. Cheap materials for fuel cell stock. So these are the advantages of solid oxide fuel cells. So let us see what are the limitations or challenges faced for solid oxide fuel cells. So slow startup and load following. High temperature balance of plant materials are required. So it should maintain high temperature. So these are the challenges faced. So applications. So where it is used. So it can be adopted ranges from small portable and military applications to large megawatt class stationary applications. SOFCs are fuel flexible, which makes them a preferred technology for installation with existing infrastructure such as gas pipelines. SOCs are one type of fuel cells where environment regulations of government also drive the market planner. So SOCs are most preferred due to high power to area where high power is required. So tubular SOFCs follow planner in terms of market share. So these are more stable for longer term than others. Okay, so these are the applications of the solid oxide fuel cells. So these are about the fuel cells. So we have discussed methanol oxygen fuel cell, and also we have discussed what? Solid oxide fuel cells. Thank you.